Well, here we are, live. It's been a while. We are here in the Netherlands, in the Loonse Drunense Duinen, which is an inland dune, dunes in the Netherlands, and we like to go here for our walks and just to connect with nature. And whilst we were walking, we realized that we hadn't been live for a while with Conscious World Agents, and that is because of many reasons. But it's not because we don't want to. It's just because it didn't happen, because we were doing many things. We were co-creating a reality also away from social media a lot. But today we've decided to go live, and if you don't watch it now, maybe you'll watch it at another point. But what we want to talk about today is about co-creating your reality.
Oh,
so,
that's it.
I'm going to move it to the other side.
So we're going to talk about
co-creating you consciously.
Consciously your own reality.
Creating your reality.
Well, basically you don't have to do anything new because you're already doing it. But that's sometimes a little bit difficult to comprehend. What it is, how can you consciously create your own reality? If you already know probably about that everything is energy, our thoughts, our belief system, the feelings that we have, the emotions that we send out, and all these kind of things, they're all having a certain frequency and vibration. And what happens, the universe, the source, God, Allah, doesn't matter how you call it. Alan Watts once said, you cannot get wet from the word water, so it doesn't mean it doesn't. You can call it God, we call it source or consciousness. It responds to what you send out. And Einstein already said, this is not some philosophy, it's real hard scientific proof for this. And that's the quantum physics. So if you are aware of this, and it all starts with awareness, if you want to change your life, or you want to continue what you are doing and you have the results that you already want, it means that you must make a choice, a conscious choice. And that this conscious choice is, what do you really want, not what you don't want. And it's a message that you already heard so many times probably, but it's really there for you to consciously create your own reality. So what do you really want? What's your big desire? Or are you constantly reacting to the outside world that's constantly sending messages to you from thoughts, beliefs and feelings from yesterday, a month ago, a year ago? So it's a big mirror, and if you really can look in this mirror and look in this mirror and notice that the mirror only will start to laugh at you if you start to laugh.
Mm-hmm.
If you look happy, the mirror looks happy to you. And that's really what's happening in life. It's not about to say, oh, you're to blame about everything that you created now. No, probably you were not aware. But once you are aware of this, you must make a choice. And with the choice, everything will change. But the choice must come first.
Very nice.
I can go on and on, but
of course. Yeah, because it's your passion, I suppose, as well, and you realize this. So, yeah, conscious choices. I also believe that if we make conscious choices, we do create our own reality. And you can look at your reality now. How do you experience your reality now?
it's beautiful.
How do you experience it? And the way we experience it depends on how we perceive the reality at this moment. And that might sound all quite far out. But do you mind taking it over for a moment?
Yes, I don't mind. So.
Okay. So if we realize for a moment, like when we were meditating this morning, we meditated upon our thoughts or our causal body, and a causal body, you could say, is that energetic body that we have. You could say our soul body that is here already, and from that everything comes into existence. It's consciousness. So what we think about, the thoughts we have, we think in that consciousness. So once we become aware of that, we can also choose consciously what we will think. So your thoughts are not ruling your life. So you can acknowledge what you're thinking. I'm thinking about this, or I'm thinking about that. And what does it do with me? What does that create in my life? What does it create for kind of emotions? How does it affect my body and so forth? And once you become aware that you have a choice to say, I'm not going to engage in that, or yes, I am going to engage in that, that will create your reality, because it will ripple out, like you were saying, in the conscious field, in the source. So when we realize that from that source, everything comes into existence. Every thought you have comes from that source. Can you remember the first thought you thought about this morning when you woke up? That's already setting you off for the rest of the day. So once you start to realize that, how you already set the tone for the day, what your thoughts are, and how you are going to continue thinking the rest of the day, that will affect your reality. So it doesn't mean that things will happen in your life that are all wonderful and joyful, but once you start to realize that you have a choice in how you will experience that by your thoughts, depending on what you're thinking, depending on what your level of consciousness is, that will have an effect on the way you experience that reality. So what we would like is that if you become, shall I take it over again? Are you okay? Yes. Okay. So what we really find helpful is that become mindful of what your thoughts are, without judging them, without perhaps wanting to change them. Just allow them to be there. And can you also think of things that raise your level of consciousness, raise your level of being, because that's what you'll radiate out, like you were saying. So become more aware in the morning. What is your first thought? What is your last thought before you go to sleep? And the more you do that, you will see that the universe will start to respond on that. And I think, that's what I wanted to share with you today.
And it's beautiful, because you can measure it for yourself, more or less. But how dense does it feel, this thought? And the more dense it feels, and for instance, think about frustration or anger, how does it feel to you? Probably your body also does this and so on.
Where do you feel it in your body?
And where do you feel it? And just compare it with thinking about happiness, joy, love. And then you feel less density. And the more dense it is, probably what you send out there, well, not probably, you send out there then the more dense frequency also. And that's also what you get back. And that's also where your focus is. So change your focus, change the perception that you have at that moment on that situation. And if you can take one step higher, it's already a little bit more easy to look at more from, well, let's say a third person eye, and then see that there are different opportunities still. And once you're there in that dense feeling, you don't see any opportunities, you don't see possibilities, you only see the problem. So there are enough signs for you to to recognize, to be aware of what's happening with you. But then you must make a choice, and that's the conscious decision that we both are talking about. Do you want to stay here or do you want to get out? And every answer is okay. It must be your answer. It must be your conscious choice to stay there, then it's okay. Or your conscious decision to say, I'm stepping out here. I want something else. And if you want something else and you're committed to it, it will happen. But you must relax a little bit more and trust the universe, that the universe will help you. And you know, it's just like a farmer when it's planting seeds. Yeah, so it's, yeah, okay, all right. I need to speed up.
My
Kaya.
arm.
Yeah, her arm is okay. Then I have it right here.
Thank you.
Thank you. So, you know, it's just like a farmer. Plant seeds in the soil and feed it. But after 2 weeks, the farmer doesn't see yet. The seed is growing, the plant is there now. And what the farmer doesn't do, he doesn't pick it up. He doesn't dig it and say, where is it, where is it? No, it trusts that it will grow. And the same you must do with the conscious decision. But it's not a one-time thing, it's a continuous journey. And I really, really hope that you do this. And this is really how you consciously create your reality.
Yes. So beautiful.
Speed up.
Okay. Okay, speed up. Oh, slow down to speed up, huh?
Yeah, I know.
Okay. No, this was beautiful. I think this is good enough. The last thing I want to add from my side is then, if everything comes from source, if all thoughts come from there, can you imagine if we all start to think about love? Everyone on this planet. Just for a moment. What would happen if everyone would do that? Would we then see what we see now in the world? Or would we see something else? So if everything affects our reality, can we just, all of us, start to think about love, respect, conscious choices, and how we can bring more of that love vibration into the world? If that is science, then I am in.
Yeah, it is science. And we have some bracelets, and there is, how do you say this silver thing on the bracelet,
like a bead, silver bead.
And there are 3 words. There's our logo, but there are 3 words on that silver bead, and that's give, love, and trust. Do it again. You just give, you love, and you trust. 3 steps, simple steps that will change your life.
Yes, it has ours. Thank you for watching.
And if you want to share something that pops up, please do.
In your thoughts, consciously.
Yeah.
Then please share it with us. We'd love to hear it from you. And it's not always easy, especially not when things are difficult, but it's possible.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you for watching, and we wish you lots of love.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.